Coach, we'll start with an opening statement from you, and then we'll open it up for questions for the players and yourself.
Well, I think to begin with, Hayes is a really veteran ball club. They have a lot of players who have been here before, and, we brought in a very inexperienced team. While we may have had, some key seniors out there performing in Kenya and Winky, they're really the only two players that have really had experience here in Kansas City and at such a high level. Whereas you look at Hayes, and they have lots of returning players from their outstanding team a year ago. I think they got off to such a quick start. They kind of came out and just really made some plays early on, and right from the start, we felt like we were getting outplayed right away, and they were playing a little bit quicker, a little bit stronger, a little bit faster than we were, and we got a good time out and gathered ourselves and went on our own run right there at the beginning. But I think the difference between the game was really just kind of some mental mistakes and a lack of discipline on our part. But you have to give Hayes credit for exposing all that as well. I love this team that I coached this year. They're fighters, and I think at the end of this game is when it really, really showed that this young group and this inexperienced group were just a bunch of fighters. And for that, I'm really proud of their effort today.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for Coach Hubbard or either of the players?
Coach, any explanation for the slow start?
Jim, I wish I had an answer to that. I think about that all the time in terms of, how you get your team ready to play. And I think one of the most important things that you can do is do the same thing that you've done. So you don't get too high or too low. You have a constant approach to what you're doing. The players know the scope of the game. And, I really felt like our kids were a little bit nervous. And there's not really a whole lot I can do to ease those butterflies or those nerves for those young players. They just have to get out there and play them out. And I felt at times when I felt like, boy, we're really over the hump, we're playing now, and then something bad would happen, and, we just didn't really bounce back. And then 2 or 3 bad things would happen. We'd make a good play. You never saw Hayes hang their heads. You never saw them, worry about one play and turn it into 2 or 3 bad plays. And I felt like we did do that.
Yeah. You're down 4 late in the second quarter, and then 3 free throws in the last second,
Yeah.
and then 11-0 to start the second half. Did they kind of help set up each other, or which was worse?
Well, obviously I didn't like the call there at the end of the half, but, it is what it is. The start of the second half is what really concerned me. I think it's easy to get caught up in things when things aren't going well, and to let things snowball and get out of control. And, that's where you need that experience. You need that Beth or that Jill or that somebody that's going to really step up and control what's going on. But the thing for them is that they had lots of them. We have a couple of them. We have a lot of young people that just really didn't respond in those situations, and they let one mistake kind of turn into 2 or 3.
Sharice, after the first time out, what kind of got you all going during the first quarter?
Just the energy level and communication with ourselves, just telling each other that we can come back in this game. And, I think that's what got everybody going, and just getting stops on defense and contributing back on the offensive end.
Same question, Deb.
Energy and just looking around and noticing that this could be our last game after this fight.
Sharice, you led all scorers. Can you say that you left it all on the floor today?
I definitely would say that I did give it all I got. Tables didn't go the way I wanted, but, hey, got to keep pushing forward.
So what was Taylor doing to kind of limit the ball getting to you around the perimeter, and just what she did differently this time on defense?
She just outworked me. I felt like I could have did more to get open or use the screens a lot better than what I was, but they just, for 40 minutes, in my face, or in everybody's face, really. And, I don't think I responded well to it.
Coach, you said before the game, one big key is taking care of the ball. just your team didn't do that very well.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is the person who the ball is in the hands the most is Kenya, and until she fouled out at the end, I mean the ball's in her hands the most, and I thought for the 39 minutes that she played, she did an outstanding job. It was really the people around her that did not take care of the ball, which. It's really an unfortunate thing because, even at our place when we played them before, we had 11 turnovers. We were able to do a good job and make good decisions with it. But again, I really just think they came out with a higher level of intensity and energy than we did. And so we were playing catch up the whole time. And it was everyone. I feel like we had some kids out there really busting their tails. We just didn't have enough of them.
2 more questions. Anything else? All right. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.